Alright guys, we are back with progress vid number 22, let's go. Lately I've been thinking of grinding out my crafting for that power amulet, but for now here's 51 crafting. If I were to grind out crafting, I would do it mainly through tanning cow hides. I know mining silver ore and making them into tiaras can be good crafting XP, but I find that cow hides are also good XP. And if I were to go kill cows again, I would do it with magic this time. I don't know if you guys noticed, but ever since I achieved 60 magic, the only way I've been leveling up my magic level was through the superheat item spell, the high alchemy spell, and teleports from Lumbridge to Varak. Nothing else. No damage spells or splashing was used to get to my current magic level. From level 60 anyways. But there is 66 smithing for you guys. I can now make myself mithril plate legs and plate skirts, but you guys knew that already. It's been a while since the genie came to me in game to give me his lamp, but like I said many times before, anytime I get this random event or the Book of Knowledge random event, I always use it towards my prayer XP. Anyways, I was standing here thinking, okay, I have 200 nature runes right now, and I can now make myself mithril plate legs. Why don't I go use these nature runes towards that? As much as I would like to go into depth on how I go by training my smithing level, I'd rather just save that for a guide video or something. The way I go about training my smithing level is basically through Ring of Forgings and the superheat item spell. I found myself selling about 67 mithril plate legs per trip, and I've used almost all of my nature runes while doing this. I think after I called it quits, I was left around 12 to 13 nature runes, and I started with 237 nature runes. So if I were to calculate this right now, I think I made around 115k to 120k in GP. Again, this is just me doing an average on how much I made. Not sure if we passed it already, but I did manage to get 69 mining. Let's go, guys. According to my cash stack, I made 118k in total from smithing mithril plate legs and a little bit of mithril square shields as well. I believe this is where I get 70 mining in game. First non-combat skill to get to 70 plus, just like I said in game. And this is what the XP per hour looks like for my smithing and mining. I keep forgetting to show you guys this. If these skeletons dropped better items, I wouldn't mind killing them to be honest, but for now I'm just going to stick to Ankous. I found out about this safe spot through Old School Wiki. Before I used to safe spot level 75 Ankous, but I always had to tank it out for 10 minutes before I could safe spot them, and my prayer flicking skills aren't the greatest, so I went into Old School Wiki to see if there was a way to safe spot Ankous, and turns out, yeah, you can. I also came here for the law rune drops. As you can see, I only have one law rune in my inventory. I killed over 200 plus Ankous before leaving, and got just enough law runes to continue my smithing grind. Because I picked up all of my left skull halves from Ankous and turned them into bone fragments for my skull scepter, I started using the furnace in Edgeville. Even though this isn't the fastest method for me, I do like to switch it up once in a while, especially if I'm grinding out a skill. Alright, for those who watched my last progress video, you guys know that 67 smithing was the goal for this progress video, but because I still had over 60 noted mithril ores and 70 plus nature runes that I could still use towards my smithing XP, I thought to myself, maybe I should boost my smithing levels to 68 so I can make mithril plate bodies. Whenever I have noted mithril ores, I always come to the barbarian village to mine coal. Why, you might ask, or maybe not. Because of my skull scepter, really. I could easily teleport back here and continue to mine coal. I do want to say thank you to the viewer out there who comment on my video letting me know about the Dwarven Stout. If you hadn't done that, I pretty much wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now, and that's boosting my smithing level to 68 so I can make mithril plate bodies. It's just so awesome how I can make all mithril items in game now, and I don't mean to sound like I'm bragging here, because I'm not. I just never had a smithing level of 67 before. My main account only has 52 smithing, and my main UIM account, Wally Ballin, only has 53 smithing. This is the highest I ever got my smithing level to, and it's all thanks to you guys. Ever since I got 70 in mining too, by the way, I noticed that mining coal became much easier or quicker. Here's a small example on what I mean. I definitely want to continue making mithril plate bodies for money making, but if I were to do that, I don't always want to visit the pub in Felidor, because this uses up law runes. So I thought to myself, maybe I should go for 6 to 8 smithing before I edit this progress vid. But before I continued on any more smithing, it was time to deposit some more funds into the coffer. Most of the funds I deposited this time was from smithing mithril plate legs and mithril plate bodies, and mithril square shields. I made some of those too. I now have a total of 1.5 mil in the coffer. I'm just 500k from 2 mil, which to me would be another good milestone for my F2P UIM. Going to the coffer and then coming here to change my top was basically me taking a small break from smithing and mining. I think at this point I clocked over 12 hours in my smithing and my mining grind. This new look, by the way, was inspired by one of my old friends back in the day. Not sure if he still plays RuneScape though, but he used to run with this exact style, but he had a different color to his top. I came back to Ogre's Warriors for those uncut ruby drops. I used to get these from flesh crawlers and zombies, but I find that Ogre's Warriors drop them more. Oh, I also get a magic level of 64 while I was here. And here's a quick look at my loot from 200 Ogre's Warriors. I do believe this is where I leave Ogre's Warriors, and I also high elk my shaman mask for my rune full helm drop. I did this because in my last progress vid, I was running with the Addy full helm and it just looked really noobish to me, and I just realized too that the shaman mask is basically a full iron helm. If you look at the stats, that is. Yes, it's a rare item and it's like a cosmetic item too, but I could always come back for another one in the future. We are finally coming up on 6 to 8 smithing. Getting to this level from 65 was definitely a grind for sure. This is probably my longest smithing grind I ever done so far on my F2P UIM account. And here's 71 mining for you guys as well. A crystal pickaxe, that's actually pretty interesting. I came back to flesh crawlers and zombies, but only to AFK my range, nothing more. Wasn't here for the uncut rubies or the steel arrow drops either. I just wanted to knock out 82 range before I ended the progress vid. I do get 28k in range XP per hour here. Like I said, I wanted to get 82 range before I ended the progress video. I was just 40k away from getting it. But because this progress video is coming to an end, I do want to quickly say thank you to everyone who takes the time out of their day to watch my series, or my videos I should say. I didn't expect this series to get the attention it does and continues to get. I received over 90 subscribers since I've started the series, and it's just awesome to see how much a difference it makes in the F2P community and just the old school community in general. But with all of that said, as always, you guys take care and have a good rest of your week. I will see you all in the next one.